What's going on, guys? Welcome to Somewhere in SoCal. My name is Mike Debelak, and on this channel, I show you guys what it's like to live somewhere in SoCal. This video is going to be directed to those of you who have young children. All right, in today's video, we are covering the cities with the best public schools in all of Southern California. All right, we're covering Los Angeles County, Orange County, San Diego County, and the Inland Empire, which consists of San Bernardino and Riverside counties. All right, how am I qualified to tell you guys about all this? I've actually lived in all four of these areas. Alrighty, so we're going to dive into these rankings by niche.com. They're not my rankings, they're public rankings and voting and that sort of thing. So I'm going to go and show you guys some of the top areas as far as public schools go within Southern California in those four main areas. Now, let me preface this by saying these are just the public schools. There are plenty of fantastic private schools, throughout Southern California. This just speaks to the public schooling system in these specific areas. But yeah, if there's any area that you like as we go through this, I'm going to show you guys, one, tell you what the rankings are for these, the public schooling systems, but two, talk a little bit about the housing, the cost of the housing, and kind of what things are close to, and things I know about these various cities that we're going to go over today. If at any point you want to go check out one of these areas or get some more information or say, hey, Mike, go film this area for me, feel free to reach out. My contact information is going to be down below in the description. I would love to help you guys out and kind of, figure out the best spot for you and your family, obviously, if you're looking for the best schooling systems here in this video. So without further ado, let's dive into the computer and see what we got. All right, so as I mentioned, we are pulling these rankings from niche.com. We're gonna go over 9 different cities with the best public school systems in Southern California. We've got a few from LA, we got 1 in Orange County, although I do like to count Long Beach as part of Orange County, but it's technically not. We're gonna have 2 in Riverside County / the Inland Empire, and then 2 down in San Diego. So just real quick, let's touch on the rankings, then we'll dive into some price points on these houses, and we'll go over some cool things to do around each of these spots. So you'll see up here, we've got Burbank, which is an A. We're gonna have Glendale, which is right next door. All right, Glendale, zoom in so you can believe me, is an A-. All right, down in the South Bay, we've got Torrance with an A. Down the 405 here into Long Beach. All right, Long Beach is technically part of LA County, although I feel like it kind of sort of feels like Orange County in some spots. All right, so Long Beach has got a B+. Going further down into Orange County, we've got Irvine with an A+. That is the highest rated school district in Southern California, is over here in Irvine. All right, we'll head over to Corona. All right, Corona is gonna be a B, right where the 15 and the 91 freeway meet. If we go down that 15 freeway, we're down into Temecula. Temecula, we've got a B+. And then going down into San Diego County, we got Carlsbad with an A, and we got San Diego, the city. Their school district also has an A. So those are the 9 areas we're going to cover. So now you know kind of the grades that they have in those cities. But let's go ahead and talk about housing in these areas. So the rankings that I'm about to go over, not the rankings, the numbers I'm about to go over, these are the median single family home prices in these areas. And these are set up for the actual school district, not necessarily the city. All right. So I'm going to say, for instance, when we get to Corona, it's Corona and Norco Unified, right? Or Long Beach Unified, but there's also, like, in Long Beach, there's ABC Unified. So these prices are directly for those school districts, and they're single family. All right, so we'll start off with Burbank Unified. We're at $1.063 million for single family house there. For Glendale, we're at $1 million flat. In Torrance Unified, we're at $1.042 million bucks. And then over with Long Beach Unified, we're at $827,000. All right, so really good, educational system for not a whole lot of money. All right, it's on the cheaper side out of everything that we're gonna go over today. All right, going over to, we'll start with Orange County, we'll go to Irvine Unified. Irvine Unified is $1.975 million for single family home there. Corona Norco, which I mentioned earlier, you got 2 cities there. All right, but that school district, we're looking at $780,000 roughly. And then down into Temecula, you're looking at $738,000 for the median single family home in Temecula. All right, we'll wrap things up on the housing side of things with this the homes in San Diego. So for Carlsbad, we'll go the furthest north. Carlsbad Unified, the median home price is $1.545 million. And then down in San Diego Unified, we're looking at $1,020,000, so $1.020 million down in San Diego County, or San Diego Unified, I should say. All right, so that's all fine and dandy. We got the rankings, we got the prices, all right, but what is there to do around these areas? So I'm pulling up my handy dandy Google map with all the stuff that I use. I use this map multiple times as I go over these various rankings. So you'll actually notice if you've seen any of my other videos, some of these cities have actually popped up multiple times. So those are probably really good spots to live if you're thinking about moving to or within Southern California. So anyways, as we go through this, the orange little circles here with these little kitties running around, those are the cities with those school districts that we just talked about. So I'm just going to talk about them a little bit here, talk about things to do around that. And then we'll wrap things up and get you guys some good information here. So we'll start up here in north of downtown LA, up in Burbank. All right, we got Burbank Unified and Glendale. All right, those are really, really close to each other. Both of these are going to basically have the same amenities. All right, you've got the Hollywood Burbank airport up here. You're still close to LAX if you needed, an international airport. As far as things to do, you got the LA Zoo way further north up here. You're closest out of all the places here to Six Flags Magic Mountain. All right, but you got lots and lots of little sporting venues around you. You got the Rose Bowl, where you're gonna have concerts and UCLA football. You've got Dodger Stadium, obviously where the Dodgers play. You're gonna have what I'm always gonna call Staples Center, but it's called the Crypto.com Arena now, I think. All right, that's where, Lakers, Clippers, a bunch of concerts. There's LA Live down there, lots of cool nightlife. All right, you got the LA Coliseum, where USC football plays, and there's other events there. You got SoFi Stadium over here and close to LAX, and then you got the Santa Monica Pier right over here. So, both of those two school districts are close to a lot of different things and a lot of different freeways to give you access all over, Southern California. All right, next up, we're gonna go down into Torrance. All right, if you watch one of my more recent videos of the best places to live in LA, best places to live in Southern California. All right, Torrance just missed that list, but 3 cities that were right above it, we had Redondo, Hermosa, and Manhattan. Those 3 were all on the top of the LA County area to live. So Torrance, you're really close to the beach. You've got your own little pocket to it. Pocket feel off the freeway, but kind of along the beach. You're really close driving distance to LAX for the airport, or you could even go down to Long Beach to go to the airport in Long Beach here if you needed it. So tons of good freeway access depending where you live in Torrance. You still close to the to SoFi Stadium, where the Rams and Chargers play, and where the Super Bowl is going to be again in a few years. So all kinds of good stuff to do there. Next down, we'll go to Long Beach. All right, Long Beach is right along the water. You saw that price point was pretty good, down in the $800,000 range. There's lots of cool things to do in Long Beach. Cool malls, lots of malls and nightlife, and lots of youth sports and really good leagues, and a really cool community feel to Long Beach. Once again, you get your own airport here. If a flight from Long Beach can't get to where you need to go, you got LAX, or you're close enough to John Wayne down in Irvine. And you're also really close to, Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland, California Adventures, Angel Stadium, where the Ducks play down across from Angel Stadium, or the pond. So tons of, things that are very drivable with lots of good freeway access here. All right, next up, we'll go down to Irvine. Irvine is probably my favorite spot in all of Southern California. You're really close to the John Wayne Airport here. You've got Angel Stadium, you got the pond, you got all those amusement parks with Knott's Berry Farm and Disneyland. You're also really close, you're probably about an hour drive, maybe hour 20 from San Diego. So if you want to go in and do that nightlife stuff, or go to SeaWorld or things down in San Diego, overall, I think Irvine is just a really good spot to live. There's lots of different parks, lots of outdoor activities to do. So I think Irvine is a great spot to, one, raise a family, but two, obviously for schooling with this system or these rankings we got here. All right, next up, I'm going to go out to Corona. You'll see there's not much around Corona. All right, but Corona is kind of sort of like the center, almost anywhere you need to go. you're going to go through Corona one way or the other, unless you're going along the coast. You'll see in Corona, you got easy access to everything that, you could do with Irvine and with Long Beach. All right. You'll see you can even get down into Temecula and those cool things to do there. You have a airport really close by in Ontario, but if Ontario doesn't have it, you got John Wayne. So tons of different options with Corona as far as, things to do and accessibility with all these freeways around you. Next up, we're going to go down into Temecula. All right. Temecula is similar to Corona in the aspect that, it doesn't have necessarily a lot to do around it. All right. But you are close enough to drive into Orange County or down into San Diego. And you do have wine country here. So, if obviously you have kids, if you're worrying about the school districts, but, on the weekends, you can go out to, to wine country, go do some wine tasting, soak up those views and those sunsets and, really cool stuff there. So Temecula is definitely an excellent spot to be. Last two spots are going to go down into San Diego County. All right. So we've got Carlsbad, which is right along the water right here. So obviously you have, water activities. You can go down into San Diego to do all the cool things in San Diego, SeaWorld and all that. But the main thing with Carlsbad is that's where Legoland is. So you do have an amusement park really, really close by. Another good thing to point out with Carlsbad, all right, if you are in the military, number one, thank you for your service. But number two, right, you're really close to Camp Pendleton or Del Mar, wherever you need to go to for work, right? You've got a great school district around you. So I think Carlsbad is a good spot for some of these surrounding cities as well, if you're in the military looking to move around here. Alrighty. Next up, we're going to go wrap things up, I guess, with San Diego. All right. So San Diego, obviously, you got tons of things to do there. We do have the San Diego Airport here. You're going to have SeaWorld. You're going to have the San Diego Zoo. You got Petco Park with the Padres play. You got the Gaslamp Quarter. So tons of cool things to do, and really lots to do with San Diego. You can go on the water. You got easy access everywhere within San Diego County with all these various freeways. And then you're also really close to Mexico. So if you're someone who likes to go down to Mexico for a good time, you're, a short drive from the Mexican border, or you could even go down into Ensenada, where you can party a little bit if you wanted to party a little bit. If you do ever take a cruise from Southern California and you go to Mexico, one of your stops is for sure going to be Ensenada. We do that probably once a year. We do one of those cruises. So that is basically touching on all the cool things to do around these best school districts in Southern California. So hopefully it's able to guide you guys and give you some help. I'll see you guys on the outro. All right, guys, so that was the cities with the best public school systems in Southern California. We touched on 9 different cities covering all 4 of the main areas. We got LA, Orange County, the Inland Empire, and San Diego. So no matter which somewhere is going to be your spot here in Southern California, we found a city with really good educational system for your family. So if you want to learn more about any of these cities, go ahead and reach out to me. My contact information is going to be listed down below. You can shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email, or just down in the comments. So drop down in the comments if you want me to go out and film one of these places in more depth and kind of show you guys what it's like to actually live in one of these places, besides just showing you like a map and a screen and some numbers and stuff like that. So I will definitely go ahead and get these cities added to my film list if they're not already on there. So if you want to see one of these soon, go ahead, drop those in the comments. I'll add it to my list. In the meantime, if you give me a huge favor, if you found value in this video, go ahead and do all the things, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, tap that notification bell. That way it lets, 1, you stay notified on everything as you plan your move, and then 2, it also lets YouTube know that you found value in this video, and it pushes my video out to help other people who might be in a similar situation to you. So if you're gonna be a huge favor and do that. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and put a video here that YouTube thinks that you guys will like. And then I'm going to go ahead and put more videos about moving to Southern California playlist over this shoulder. And I'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Later.